Right, we back at it again. Anime Gang podcast with a midweek topic here. The ever famous legend himself, Chris. Okay, Keith's got some brownies that he want to show off here. But anyway, we got Will Smith, legendary actor, smacking the shit out of legendary comedian Chris Rock during the Oscars award. So if you live under a rock and for
During the
whatever reason,
awkward.
yeah, the Oscars. Shut the fuck up. You don't want to do it. Anyway, if you live under a rock, basically what happened was they're at the Oscars, they hosting, well, Chris Rock is hosting. He on stage telling jokes like typical comedian do. He make this joke about Jada where he go, "Oh, G.I. Jane, Jada, love you, G.I. Jane, can't wait to see it." Cuz she's bald, she cut all her hair off. Will Smith, he laugh at first, and then 2 seconds later, he get up, he walk all the way up on stage during the Oscars while it's live in front of the whole crowd, smack the shit out of Chris Rock, go back to his seat, and Chris Rock's like, "Wow, Will Smith just smacked the shit out of me." Will Smith is basically like, "Yeah, keep my wife's name out your fucking mouth." Yes. So the topic today, what are our thoughts on that? Anybody want to go first?
I don't know, man. I don't know. Like, I keep going back and forth on it. You feel me? Like, I feel so conflicted both ways. Like, in one breath, it's like I feel like this nigga Will Smith low key embarrassed the entire black community in front of the entire world by walking up and slapping the shit out of like a black legend that was like legend on legend crime. You feel me? Kinda. It was just. It
Yeah,
just. It
but
just like
he was
it
also
seemed.
trying to defend his woman too, though. But at the same
Yeah, you
time, I
know.
keep seeing people bring up the whole thing with August and Jada, and it's like, like I feel that whole thing because she did all that, but it's like, regardless of whatever that was, they had moved past that or whatever, and this is a different scenario. This is her kind of, because really, if anything, the reason he snapped like that was because she has an autoimmune disease that she's been dealing with, and her cutting her hair off like that, and so
But
I think just kind of in the moment, because he issued a whole apology and everything for what he did. But I think just in the moment, it's the fact that, like, like you made a joke about my wife over something that's a really sensitive topic, especially right after they had just did the red table where she came out and basically made it known that that's what was going on with her. So,
Yeah, and like what I'm saying, you could just see that she's struggling with it. Even if he like may have been kind of just, you know, he could have just been in robot mode. Like the jokes is coming out, ha ha ha, ha 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 ha, and then just kind of laughed at that one, not really, da da. And then when he actually looked at Jada and seen that she was upset, like you said, she rolling her eyes, she upset, da da da. But even with that,
yeah.
it's kind of like I'm like, but with her being upset, was she that upset to where she wanted him to go slap the shit out of him? Like, you know what I'm saying? Did she want him to really embarrass that man in front of the whole world, in front of his kids? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, my nigga Chris Rock couldn't even finish his monologue after that shit. Like,
Yeah.
he
Nah,
he
and it's
he really taken off guard. Like,
That's how
wow,
off
like
guard he was, because like comedians be trained to handle hecklers. Like people be heckling you all the time. So the fact that he ain't come back with nothing at all, no extra jokes or nothing, like, damn, I'm gonna be feeling that one all the way into August. Like just something to
aha!
just like at least you probably would have got a laugh out of
He
Will
was
and
about to
Jada
slap
after that one.
again. He done made that joke and got
Yeah,
slapped
Will
if
Smith
he
would
would
have
have
again.
hopped
did
up
something
again,
like
like,
that,
boy.
if he'd have did something like that, that nigga Will Smith was already on 10 million. If he would have made
Yeah,
one more joke, I think Will Smith probably would have got up and ran up there. Security would have had to stop them. They would have fucking like it wouldn't. It's just so fucked up because, like I said at the beginning, I felt like, damn, what I'm saying, which sauce was in here? Because you know what I'm saying, we all kind of felt like, that was kind of some
I
not
mean,
some
it
sucker
kind of goes
shit.
both ways. It goes both ways on both
I
Yeah,
think the
sides.
laugh was fake. I think it was a fake. You know how you ain't ever laugh at somebody before you beat their ass or before you get into some sort of altercation with somebody. You laughing like, huh, if only you knew what the fuck I was about to do to you type shit. And
I,
that's how I kind of feel about it. I'm like, oh yeah, he laughed. But he laughed because he was about to kick you in your fucking throat. That's why he laughed, my
I,
nigga.
I
Like,
think it was more so he probably saw how Jada reacted to it and was like, hold up. Because, like, I'm thinking it's just a joke, but my wife really over here, like, fighting back tears and shit right now.
then you got niggas like Samuel L. Jackson who like, nigga, you slap that shit out that nigga. Come on, man. It's
I
like,
mean, and it's
oh,
did
like,
he really say that?
no, he
you can
didn't,
see
but
it
you can, you can see the
dapped him,
image.
bro. And the way he dapped him, it was like, yeah, he just won an award for playing King Richard, but he also had just slapped the shit out of somebody. And I'm pretty willing to bet that a lot of that fucking excitement in that handshake was due to the fact that he like, nigga, you just slapped that nigga in his
Yeah.
fucking face. Which granted, where I respect that as well is like, you know what I'm saying, like from an old ass nigga like Samuel L. Jackson to probably like the Denzel Washingtons and like, you know what I'm saying, even down to because like we all men are we all men here, you feel me, and we have women that we care about and shit like that, and like even the women is saying like, you know, there are some women who was like, nah, you feel me, I don't condone violence. I feel like, you know what I'm saying, he kind of escalated, but there's a lot of women also that's kind of like ain't really mad at the fact that, you know what I'm saying, and dudes as well that's just like, nah, bro, if you like you said,
Yeah,
like
because like that
girl
is
is
your
sick,
woman, and somebody
got
making
ill
jokes about it.
alopecia, bro. Yeah, she got alopecia. She had to shave her hair, like, you know what I'm saying, you making jokes and all of that shit, and yeah, you quick firing and shit like that, but you basically like, oh yeah, by the way, da da da. Can't wait to see G.I. Jane because you bald. You know what I'm saying? Like, you making bald jokes about my girl, bro, because she losing her hair, bro. She had to finally
To
cut
an
her hair.
autoimmune disease, goddamn, yeah,
Yeah,
that's kind
like
of
you know what I'm
foul.
saying, and he just like, nah, bro, I'm not really playing that shit.
Yeah,
I don't think that shit funny. My girl don't think that shit funny, and
I
fuck
would,
it, like you know what I'm saying. It's crazy he made that split second decision like that because in that moment you like, what do I do?
but that's
She
what I'm
could just
saying. That
say,
was real. That was real heat of the moment. That had to be some shit to where like this had been really on your head for a minute, and this is what made him just kind of snap. That's what that looked like. So I don't know.
and
Honestly,
he,
I would say it's just kind of like there's both
it's
sides.
either like, do I let it go? Do I say something? Do I? He just chose get up, walk up there, and slap the shit out that nigga. Like
Yeah,
that's
because
kind of you know what I'm saying.
it's funny.
But
Like if
I
Will
bet you
Smith
he
hadn't
don't talk
reacted,
about. I bet he don't say nothing about her again, though.
oh yeah,
I
of
bet he
course
don't.
not, of course not.
I
But if
bet he
Will
don't
Smith
talk about
hadn't
nobody's
reacted,
spouse.
But
nobody would
that's
have said
also
anything about the joke.
almost fucked up. Like you said, I bet Chris Rock don't talk shit about nobody anymore. And like, is that what we really want? Do we really want Chris Rock to not feel like he can make jokes about people and
He's
shit?
a
Like,
comedian.
Not
He's been
about
doing it for
people's
years.
autoimmune disease. Not about people's autoimmune disease, though. That's kind of fucked up. Because if that nigga Chris Rock had motherfucking goddamn some sort of crazy ass disease or cancer or some shit, and niggas start joking about that, or his wife had cancer, or whatever the fuck she had, or whatever, bro, he ain't gonna like that shit either, my nigga.
that's what.
That shit go back to elementary school, bro.
Well,
That's all that.
no, you're
You
right. You're
know, treat others how you want to be treated, my nigga. Period. I don't give a fuck if you're a comedian or not, bro. That's fucked up. If you talking about somebody who has this disease that they're currently fighting, you know what I'm saying? Even though it ain't cancer, even though it ain't, whatever. You feel me?
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, it's still a disease. It's still somebody's still dealing with that pain every single day. You know what I'm saying? Whatever side effects or whatever
why
effects
not
come with that.
come back? Why I gotta go all the way? Like, I mean, not saying that because again, you feel me. Sometimes you know what I'm saying. What better reason to slap the shit out of a nigga than disrespecting your wife or disrespecting your family? Like you don't really somebody. You know what I'm saying. That's the best reason I could think of to really slap the shit out of a nigga. But you also, you know what I'm saying, who knows, like, you know, like they said, it's not really always the solution to some shit. And it's like Ant was saying, like, shit, I'll blaze you back. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, because that's another thing, too. Like, yes, she may be dealing with something, but even if it was something that was terminal or something like that, there's people out there who are dealing with terminal illnesses and shit like that, or they have shortcomings and shit, and you can still poke fun at them.
I
There's
don't
people
know
that go
because
But
Chadwick Boseman
everybody's not like that, though.
Chadwick Boseman was dealing with colon cancer, and what happened with that was people was making jokes about him because he posted this video on Instagram talking about something, and he was looking all skinny, and people was like clowning him, like, "Yeah, why he looking all skinny and shit?" Dude passed away from colon cancer, and it's like, damn, you just never really know what people might be going through. But all in all, I
yeah,
would say let's try to
been
wrap it
going
up
to
here.
Yeah, but
Yeah,
that's I just feel like that's different than going to an actual comedy club. Like you just seen people at comedy clubs, it's like burn victims, they in wheelchairs and shit like that. And like, you know, not saying that she was ready to be subjected to that, but they sometimes at least have a sense of humor to where like, hey, yeah, I got some fucked up shit going on with me, but treat me like everybody else. Like you make fun of everybody else as part of the show, you feel me? Like, you know what I'm saying? And it's like, damn, I made a very small joke about her. Her nigga slapped the shit out of me. You know what I'm saying? And ain't nobody say nothing about it. So it's just like you said, but
Well, I ain't gonna say that they ain't say nothing about it, though. Because they talking about Will Smith losing his motherfucking Oscar for that and being banned from the Oscars and shit like that.
mm, so there are some people that's upset about it.
Oh, well, yeah, you can't just slap somebody at one of the biggest award shows
oh
in the
yeah,
world and just think nothing's gonna come from it. Yeah, no, fuck
Seems
that.
like a lot of people
Some
support of it.
it was definitely a
Nah,
whole
Will
thing
Smith is
about
gonna
it.
definitely face some. At minimum, I would expect them to ask him to give his Oscar back, but at the minimum.
Damn.
But yeah, bro, they're already talking about that, bro. You can't just get up and slap somebody during the Oscars and get away with it, bro. He'll be lucky if they don't ban him for that shit. And that's just the honest to God truth, bro.
He
Yeah.
slapped
And
the shit
it's shitty. It's shitty as fuck because that means a whole bunch of other shitty people gonna fucking win. Like, they're just gonna win, like, you know what I mean? Like, awards and shit like that. Will Smith not even in the running no more. Motherfucker, all types of niggas gonna be trying to get big roles in movies just to win Oscars and shit like that. For whack ass shit.
Honestly,
Yeah.
I would say I don't
That's
really
another.
think there's a right or wrong answer. It's just kind of both sides to it. It's like, yeah, he really shouldn't have did that there. But then at the same time, it's like, people are going to be sensitive about situations and stuff like that when it comes to people talking about the person that they married to, especially since you never really know what people are going through. Thank you.
That's a fact.
And I think
That you should let it
he
burn.
damn. I think that Will Smith should have beat that nigga up even more.
At the Oscars on the middle of the stage.
Bro, hit that nigga with the 1-2, buckle my shoe. Ooh, whoop.
I
That's
feel
what he
like
should have did, cuz.
he maybe should at least try to dip it or defend himself or something like that. But
Nah, he
I
should
feel
have
like
ducked it.
He should have
Look,
tried to dip
somebody come
it.
up and
well,
smack me on
Shut
stage,
your ass
I'm at least
up,
kicking him down
nigga.
the stairs.
he should have stink meter his ass in the back, man. Ain't no
Yeah.
goddamn way you just gonna slap the shit out of me on national television. They had it in all sorts of different languages. It was in Japanese and in Arabic and all that shit.
I mean, but
They're like, Chris,
at the
That
same
nigga
time,
fucking.
Chris Rock did handle that professionally. Because, like, if he did that, now you starting a whole fight at the awards show. Now y'all both banned.
Yep,
Or
no.
now it's just
you
really
gotta
looking
Yep,
like whatever.
that's true. Wallace
slap
is
and
right.
move.
Yeah.
Got slapped and continued on with a monologue that he wasn't able to do it well either. He was fumbling all through that goddamn monologue. That shit was awful.
Yeah.
I feel terrible. I feel terrible for Chris Rock and his family and shit. I feel like that shit is just so embarrassing. But maybe, I don't know, maybe that's just another thing that adds to his legendary status. You know what I'm saying? As far as like, he's a comedian. He took a chance. He got the shit slapped out of him by Will Smith for his fucking. He went out on his shield. He ain't even out, but he definitely he put, you know what I'm saying, everything on the line and what he believed in as far as comedy, you know. So,
Yeah.
but
I think
yeah,
that pretty much
man.
wraps that up, though. That's about it.
Yeah.
Don't make jokes about people's wives. Don't smack the shit out of people at award shows.
I was playing this shit at GL Award show if I see him.
Oh, my
I'll
God.
make fun of your wife.
All right. I'm in recording here.